Society, and I'm still involved with them. I'm currently their secretary and membership chair. So anyway, just to give you a quick little background of why we do this is it helps give a town like a flight path on how to achieve a healthier, more sustainable habitat for birds and for all wildlife, and therefore for humans too, is the goal. It mainly involves adding a lot more native plants to our landscape and education to the public about the threats that birds are under. We highlight at least twice a year theme for the year's World Migratory Bird Day. We do that at our spring festival and our fall festival. Kelly and I work together for every 2 years. There's an updated report that we post to Bird City Network, and you can read all the things that Bird City has helped direct us to do as a town on birdcity.org website. And you go to town of La Plata and you'll be able to get a full picture of what that has involved. Um, our most recent activity, as Shannon mentioned, was an event on June 14th at the Bird City Pocket Park uh, called Paint the Town with Pollinators. The main idea I had with that is that we have such a beautiful new little pocket park was to feature it. And the number one impetus was to try to get more native plants in the ground. We provided, I came with 190 plants and we did hand out 150. Um, we had didn't quite have as much participation as I would have liked, but it was a day of many other events going on across the county, so that made it a little tough. So we'll keep that in mind if we decide to do this again next year. But all in all, I was real pleased with it. Um, Many of our activities, we do try to get involved other like-minded groups, such as Audubon, Port Tobacco River Park, Port Tobacco River Conservancy, which I'm the vice president for. We are in that Port Tobacco watershed. They also participated at our Paint the Town with Pollinators event. In the past, we've also partnered with the Alliance for the Chesapeake Bay for tree plantings, Sierra Club. Local garden clubs help support us at different native plant gardens. And we get tree arborists involved too with plantings like tree plantings throughout the town, especially Tillman Lake. We get local scout groups involved too, such as Girl Scout groups helped build and install new bluebird boxes at Tillman Lake. And recently, an Eagle Scout helped get his Eagle Scout certification by building the little free library at Bird City Pocket Park and Bluebird houses. So, and the gist of all this is that Bird City has helped to bring others all together into the town and to help support what we hope is a smart mission for even the Beautification Commission to be providing. And we're able to overlap too, such as with Shannon with the arts work group, and to bring in that whole theme together. And also with Jessica with Litter Bees to have a clean town, which also helps to have a healthy habitat. I think I'm done.
Yeah, I didn't say my part of the thing, but I don't know, maybe you get the gist. So
I'll unmute now.
Okay, and Jess?
Okay, yes. And for the litter bees, we do have a couple trash pickups coming up. They're usually on the first Sunday of every month, except for I don't think we're doing one in November and we're not doing one in December because of the colder weather. Um, and we do have a yearly litter cleanup will report every year, and I'm kind of doing one in November just to kind of see the difference in like springtime and in fall. So that's pretty much it for the litter bees. What's going on with that? And so for the Plata Garden Club Star fence application. And may I get a motion on how to proceed with this application in all?
I motion to move forward, looking at it. So I think, did everybody have a chance to look at what they were trying to do?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was clear to me, but I did reach out to Kathy Heddle, part of the garden club, just to make sure that their goal was just to cover the air conditioning. Like, it was a
Yeah.
little hard to tell from the pictures, but
Yeah.
she knew that I had, plans, or that we all had plans to do a mural on the back. So I was just making sure, and that was the case. And I know that Kelly presented the concept to the facilities manager, and there were a few issues outstanding. So I guess Public Works or Facilities needs to identify the property line, and whether or not the HVAC units are on the town property or where we can, technically put a fence. Um, let's see. So we just don't want to make sure that we encroach on the church's property. The HVAC units would need to 12 to 24 inches of clearance on every sides to get to it for maintenance. And I know that they were still looking at final designs for a fence. Right now they have the black, I don't know, it's like 3 foot, 4 foot tall ironwork fence that you can really see through. So I don't think that they were looking for that, because that would kind of defeat the whole purpose of hiding, because you wouldn't be hiding anything. Um, so I had a suggestion, because no one asked me, so I feel like I was gonna just say, well, why don't we do this? So there's if you look from Shop 53's door out, there's a slatted fenced door that covers the dumpster. That's so between me and the fire station, fire museum, is one building, a brick building, and they have their dumpster right there. That's kind of in front of the fire museum view. So they have slatted doors. And if they did something like that, just kind of two panels slats, we could continue the mural and have kind of a highlighted thing that painted on that. Um, this is a suggestion that I talked to just Kelly with when we were talking about the application, and no one else. So I don't know if it's even worth mentioning to,
So Shannon, can we go ahead and have the motion to where we approve the concept and the $500 for the 2026 fiscal budget, and then it'll pend final approval of the design and verification of the property line. But I think that's all we do for now, is just go ahead and approve the concept and allocate the money for the budget.
Yeah, but yeah, so then we'd have to finalize the design of what it looks like for sure.
Yep.
Yep.
Sounds good. Awesome. So I'll make that motion as stated.
Okay.
Second.
Call for vote. Jessica?
Oh, sorry.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Was that all that was on the agenda?
There's the council report and the staff report.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so first and foremost, good morning. Thank you very much for this invite. I'm looking forward to working with this team. Miss Wheeler, thank you for a lot of the background that you gave in your report for Bird City, the 5 years of service. I'm sure Jessica and Shannon, you guys have a lot of years of service as well on this. So was really excited when we were all figuring out what committees we're going to work on. And I volunteered for Keep La Plata Beautiful because, again, I think this is one of the more active committees and one of the committees that really just has a great team. So thank you to all of you and everybody that's helped out before. Just a couple questions, then I can get into the town council report. So just to make sure I have this so I can get back to the other council members. We hosted an event on June 14th. I heard 190 plants were brought, 150 were given out. That's to residents throughout Charles County, La Plata, et cetera, correct? That is awesome. And I know you said you wished for more participation, but the fact that we got 150 native plants back into the ground here, that's a huge win. So thank you to you and your team, everybody that helped do that. So really well done. Super excited to share that with the group. Jessica, you mentioned with the and I apologize, it's called the litter B team or the litter bug team. Sorry.
The litter bees.
Litter B team. Okay. So you actually answered one of the questions I had. What do we do in the colder months? So it sounds like November, December, we kind of take a time out. And I may have missed it. When is our next Litter B event? Do we have a date for that?
Our next one is on July 6th.
Okay, July 6th. And obviously, there's going to be folks that typically have done this before. Do you have a recommendation? How do you want to utilize, me at a town council meeting, Facebook post, et cetera, to get more people involved? Do we want to target high school students that are off for the summer? What help do you need from me? Do you have any ideas there that I can help you with?
I would like to have as many people come and help out as possible. So pretty
Okay,
much Charles County or Plata.
sure. All right, great. Yeah, I'll start getting the word out, and the areas that we have. I know we have a good community Facebook page, a Charles County Facebook page. So see if we can't just get another 5 to 10 people, and hopefully that just keeps spreading the word. But again, really good work there. Do we have an art area we're targeting for that July 6th pickup by any chance?
I believe that one is over in the Dorchester area.
Beautiful. Okay. Excellent. Well, thank you for that. So that answers all my questions. Thank you to all of you. Shannon, I heard early on the license plates are out. They're a big hit. I hear there's a competition, I think, between Mayor James and you for that 0001 plate or the one plate, but really, really well done. That's awesome. That's going to be a huge PR win, not just for the town, right? We got our own unique license plate, but specifically for this team, this is going to be a cool way that we can leverage some support and some eyes on for Keep La Plata Beautiful and the work that you all do. So thank you for that. From a town council perspective, the last meeting that we had, we talked a lot about the vision of where this council thinks the people of La Plata want us to move, right? The direction that we're looking for here. We came to a consensus that sometime in late August, early September, we're going to do a vision meeting. It'll obviously be, open to the public. Everybody can sign in and watch it, but it's going to be a really good 8-hour retreat. And one of the things that's on that docket, again, I don't know what direction the council will go. We'll have to debate it and talk about it. Is something through the Planning Commission, which is an adequate public facilities ordinance. And I think that's going to be something cool that this group can help leverage the vision for that. Again, you guys are the ones that are doing the on the ground actual keeping of La Plata, and its beauty. This APFO obviously has a lot of policy implications that could potentially be assigned to it, but it's going to do a lot with the beatification of our town as well. So something to keep in mind, something to definitely stay locked into. And if you have any questions about what that's looking like, you can certainly ask any of us on the council. I'd love to be, your advocate, your liaison, your voice for that, but just something to keep on your radar as members of this group as a piece of policy that could potentially impact what we do here, not just in the near future, but 2, 3, 4 years down the road. So from a town council report standpoint, that's kind of things to keep our eyes on. Otherwise, any questions you'll have, I'm more than happy to answer.
Cool. Okay, I don't know. Did anyone else have any other questions, or Jess, did you have anything else?
I don't think I have anything else. If there isn't any anything else, I would like to adjourn this meeting.
A quick one.
Yeah.
Lynn, second. All right.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair, Jessica.
You're welcome.
Nice
Yes.
seeing you, Shannon.
You
And
too.
welcome aboard, Councilman McCormick.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you, Jessica. Thanks, guys.
Bye. Have a good day, everyone.
You too, Jess.
Thank you.